What up? What up? What up, world? We're back. Friday night mocks in the house. I got my special guest over here. I got the one and only Cody.
I'm back.
Yes, he is. He is back. Cody is here. He is part of the Two-A-Day podcast for us, and he's going to be here tonight to do some Friday night mocks with me and the rest of the crew. The rest of the crew is waiting, and they're getting really excited. So I want to get these guys going. So let me get this up for you guys. One sec. All right, cool beans. And here we go. They're on their way. So we're going to get this started. I'm just going to introduce a few people and get this ball rolling. So in the one spot, we got Breaking Ball. Just met him today. So enjoy Breaking Ball. Hopefully you get a chance. Maybe you can reach out on here, but it is what it is. If you want, you can always reach out to me privately. Hagen M 22-5. How you doing, man? Great to meet you. Glad to have you in here. We got a lot of new and old in here as well. Not old in age, but I really don't know. So we got a few OGs in here as well. We also got Bit Boys. What's going on, man? Welcome. I know he's a friend of Wilson's. Spider Pigs, what's going on, man? Welcome. I know I found you this afternoon, so welcome to the mock. I know you've been excited. Glad you did not go Tony Romo at pick 4. Next is T'Challa. What's going on, T'Challa? Great to have you here. We couldn't have him last week, so we're glad to have him this week. We got the one and only, the Ambassador Wilson. He's in the house today. Excited to have him in here today as well. He helped out with getting a few of these guys too, which is always appreciated. Wilson's a huge help on the show, and honestly, couldn't do a lot of things without him. He really does have a great network, and we do all we can to make sure. I have to point it out every time. Wilson's just
hope he doesn't miss this pick. He's only got 10 seconds.
I know, it's weird. He's usually pretty on top of things, and he's usually in the boat. Oh, no, I hope he cued it. No, Wilson. No, Wilson.
The green dot came on last second. Oh, boy.
Hold on. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause the draft. Wilson, take.
Wilson will give you 10 seconds. Is that your pick?
I'm gonna remove the player. We're gonna start this over right there. Thankfully, the next guy didn't pick anybody, so it's not interfering anything. He refreshed his app. Let me just wait a sec. I'm not gonna lie. I do a ton of these drafts every day. The app is horrible when it comes to certain things. He just needs a minute to get himself back, get himself situated. Okay, he's having an issue with his app. I
like Marquise Brown this year, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I think he had him in his queue. It had him in his queue, and I think all the people that he chose were gone, and he was the last guy. I'm going to ask him who he wants. And then we can move on from there. So, already off to a great start. Love it. It is what it is. This is not the only time this has happened. Believe you me, I have done this so many times. It's unbelievable. Hopefully, once we get him selected, he can get out of it. If not, I'll keep an eye on it, and we will go from there. So, back to the board, we resume. Next is I'm really bad at names. You help me out with this one.
See, I'm on my phone, so I can't see.
So,
it's
Begani.
Text on my computer's too small. I can't see.
It's because I know one's Gianna.
You're trying to distract me. I'm on the clock, Mike.
So it's Bajana Scully. There we go. In the 7 spot. Oh, there he is. He's right here on the stream. Just call me Brandon. What's up, man? Nice to meet you. Glad to have you in here. I'm sorry that I butchered the hell out of your name, man. All right, I'm on the clock, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can't tell you how many drafts I've done where I'm in the 8 or 9 spot, and this guy just lands in my lap. Joe Mixon every time. It's not even a question. So next at the 8 spot, we got Magoats. He's sitting right here with me. Glad to have him as always. We got myself. We got the one and only Jeezy in the house today. Glad to have him in here. Glad he we basically reached out to people and he's like, hell yeah. Next, another guy who I love having on this show, Ron Swanson. I asked him this afternoon, hey, do you want to join a mock? And he's like, does a bear shit in the woods? And I went, that is the best Ron Swanson answer I could ever get.
A real American right there.
Oh, I love
True
him.
working man.
Oh, for sure. And then the next we got Nee in the 12th spot. So this is the group of guys we got tonight. I'm really excited. They've been waiting all week for this. A lot of guys have been, reaching out to me to want to be in this. So, Jeezy, don't do it. All right, well, Jeezy autoed, but he didn't get Marquise Brown, so I'm not gonna give him crap there. I'm gonna see if he yeah. Everyone's freezing up, so I gotta just keep an eye on that. Otherwise, it's okay. Everything's moving. I'm gonna give Jeezy a chance here. I see Jeezy's one of the few that does not, usually have issues. So I'm not gonna let him. Thankfully I'm next after him. Makes it a little easier. I can pause, give him a second. Do you mind tagging him real quick and just seeing if he can read, so I can pause it? I don't want to move on. I want him to get his pick. It's all good. I don't mind. And yeah, sorry we're having a few glitches today. Apparently the app is acting up at the moment. So this normally doesn't happen as much as it has in the past. So I don't understand why it's doing this.
They're trying to make us look bad.
Yeah, I guess, because last show we didn't have an issue. This show we just are having issues with people not getting on their apps. So let me see if we can get Jeezy. Sorry, I have to type at the same time, and I'm not really good at typing and doing things. Good. Someone switched their computer, which is smart. I strongly suggest anybody that's on the stream right now, anybody watching, anybody that's doing this mock, I really think you should be on your computers. The phone is very glitchy. I've had many issues. I'm hoping that they fix it.
Jesus.
Oh, look at that. Lord of Fanta, I reached out to you this afternoon. Didn't get a response. It's okay, man. We're always welcome to have you here. Hey, guys. Good work. Got work again. Now Mark Andrews in the first is a huge surprise. He really is. I didn't even notice that. I was waiting for Jeezy to get all set. So we can talk about that in a minute. Damn, my cap lock is on. I got all different types of things going on.
Why are you yelling at the poor kid, Mike?
Yeah, he doesn't even realize.
Please stand by.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Once we get this moving, this never happens. Yeah. Yeah, he had the same problem Wilson did. So that's why we're having this problem. So it's all good. I swear to God, this never happened. Not this badly. I've seen it happen where we've had a couple of autos, but in this case, like for the fact that he didn't know who he wanted, it is what it is.
He wants
so we got Sosa. What's up? We got
there's just so many people trying to get into the draft right now that
that's probably what it is.
I mean,
there's so many people on the server. It just kills the server. So next on my list, and he seems to be the only guy that's always on my list if he's here. And I swear to God, I do the exact same thing every time, and I'm going to do it now, and I don't care. And I know who's on the board. I'm looking around, but I want this guy on my team. I want this guy on my team. I want him every time. I don't care what it is.
Let's see. I'm between a couple guys here. Redraft. Because it's redraft, I'm probably just going to have to go with them. A player I'm still high on. I mean, PPR monster.
Okay.
He's going to catch his passes.
Okay. No, I like it. It's a good offense that he's in. Carr, him have some type of relationship. So hopefully that works out. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. So
for a Dynasty draft, I probably would have went, Lamb or Sam.
Oh, yeah.
I probably would have took one of them, but being redraft, you just got to take the best receiver in the league, honestly.
No, I agree. We got Alan Alfredo Sosa in the house. What's going on, Sosa? It's a surprise. Well, we're just a little earlier than normal. That's okay. We got new Tawan Nugent. Redraft defense makes this interesting. Oh, redraft definitely makes it interesting. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Everyone uses different initials and things. I always get confused. Anyway, yes, redraft does make this very interesting, especially with the Mark Andrews pick that we noticed in the first round. I don't think I've ever seen Andrews go in the first round over someone like Kelsey. So that's a surprise to me. So, I like the pick. This is just, it's very different, to be honest. Oh, T'Challa, you're going to be one of the next guys, aren't you? Jesus.
So I'm a little upset about that Fournette pick. I mean, I was going to go with him. I was hoping he was going to come back around, but
hold on. Let me figure this out.
Come on, Sleeper, be better.
Yeah, I wish it was.
It is a great app, though. It just tends to.
The platform is fantastic. Everything that you involve with when it comes to like setting up a league, setting up anything like that is great. The only problem with it is that the only problem for me is this.
It does get very glitchy.
It doesn't make any sense. It really does not.
These chats must be a little delayed for them too, because it seems like everyone that this happens to, they don't see the messages for a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm having issues with my internet, so today is the day. I know there's a big storm that went through the east. Everyone had some crazy rain. I'm just waiting on T'Challa to get back. He's trying to refresh. I don't want to just give him best available. Best available right now is Kelsey. His
isn't a bad pick, but
it's not a bad pick. But I think the problem, I don't think he would go Kelsey here. I wouldn't go Kelsey in his position, even though this is a three wide receiver league. I wouldn't go that way. I know that this is a 3 wide receiver league, so for me, even grabbing Williams there is a little questionable at best, but I like having for me, the running backs are incredibly thin this year,
There's a
and it
lot
makes
of
it.
receivers you can get late too. Like I've
Yeah,
been seeing
and
some drafts, Mike Evans going like 4th, 5th round, and honestly, that's great value there. So
I agree, and that's where I find it a lot easier to do it that particular way. Yeah, it says that you got to close, or Lord of Fanta is letting us know that you got to close sleeper draft and get back into it to bring it current. So that's people, anyone that's in the stream now, or anyone that's in the mock now that can, do that. Hopefully they can. T'Challa's usually pretty good with staying in drafts. I haven't had problems with him in mocks that I do just randomly, not just on the show. I'm giving him a minute just because he's tried. I really want to avoid picks here, but I don't want to slow up the show and slow up the mock. All right. So I'm gonna pick for him. All right. Sorry, guys. I hate doing this to everybody, but he's got to go with the best player, and we're going to just have to go from there. Hopefully, he's able to get back in. If he's not, then we got an auto that can take all the DeAndre Hopkins and other people of the world. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry for that little mishap. Hopefully, it works out.
maybe you and I can go back and forth on picks for his team. We'll make
We
like
could.
a combined team. We'll see how we come out.
I don't want to stop it every 10 seconds. That's going to be a pain because I have to.
They let
I
it.
have
Yeah,
to
you're
stop
right.
it.
Let it run.
It would just. I'm just going to let it run. It is what it is. So, anyway, back to the show. Back to everything going on. Teams are already being picked. We're in the second round. We got.
Oh, looks like Mike froze up. This internet bug's hitting everyone tonight.
Doing some different strategies. Like I said, we got. Yeah, the internet affects me a lot, so I apologize in advance.
You're
for everybody.
back. You're good.
If I break up, just you can keep talking.
I'll just start singing.
You're good.
I'll panic, man. I'm just gonna like start singing or.
You do you. Just if I'm not here for some reason, take over. It's all good. You have control just as much as I do. So,
that's right. You guys got me on payroll now. I can do what I want.
Yes, you can. So enjoy. So I'm gonna let people draft. We'll check in on everybody in a few minutes. There's a lot of just normalcy going on right now, so hopefully it'll probably continue for the time being. There's been a couple of little bits of news, little bits of tidbits, little bit of things going on in the world of the NFL. Today there was a report that came out that Baker is still on the table for Seattle and the Panthers. So those are a few people that are still few teams that are still interested in Baker. I mean, do you think he goes there? Do you think that there's a possibility he's going to one of these teams?
I don't want to weigh it out. Clearly, Carolina this offseason has been, every quarterback that was on the market, they threw their bid in.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't think, obviously, I don't think Baker or Jimmy G is who they ultimately want. Mm-hmm. And I think what they got to look at is Jimmy G and Baker. How much are you really improving over what you already have? So depending on what the prices might be looking at, I don't know. I would see what these teams' asking prices are. I mean, if it's not much, I mean, why not take your shot at Baker, Jimmy G? But I mean, I don't really think either of them are that much an improvement over what you already have.
Yeah, no, I agree. I was going to ask you, sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
I was going to ask you, if you had to choose you have to choose your quarterback for your team, especially for that particular team.
So out of
Who do you want? Baker, Jimmy, or Sam Darnold?
Out of the three, I like Jimmy G the best.
Okay.
I think he's the smartest with the football.
Okay.
I think he's not going to make as much stupid plays. And with that offense, run first offense, just like he was in San Francisco. So I don't think it necessarily changes too much from what he's used to. And I just like it. I mean, he doesn't have a great arm, but I think out of the three, it is the most accurate.
Okay. No, I don't disagree with that. I think that he is probably the best option for that particular group. So I'm gonna give him Bryce. He's like, I actually picked Bryce, damn it. Well, he's yours now. Make sure you unauto there, my friend.
All right, he's back. I see his green dot keeps flashing.
Out of the end. So either way, yeah, I think I would go Jimmy. If anything, I might lean Baker a little bit. Just excuse me, Jimmy can't run. I think that Baker kind of opens things up a little bit, to be able to move around a little bit more. You got Sam Darnold or Sam Vick or whoever they wanted to call him, like this first 3 weeks of the season, where he was, getting 2 touchdowns or didn't he have like 5 rushing touchdowns or something last year?
He was like leading the league in rushing touchdowns at one point.
Which is ridiculous. But you have situations like that, I think he can open up a little more, but I do agree with you. I think Jimmy is a little bit more accurate. Now it's on me. So, like I said, this is a 3 wide receiver. So I have to do some thinking here. Do I want to go with Deontay Johnson? Do I want to wait, grab someone a little later? As you said, Mike Evans is one of those guys that I like to target in the 4th round, but he got taken right here. So I have to kind of pivot a little bit. Do I take Deontay Johnson? Do I go with someone that I trust here at running back? And
well, it looks like Mike's cutting out a little bit, but well, Mike, if I was in your shoes, you already have the 2 running backs. So I would probably go towards receiver here, especially since we are starting 3 of them. However, I wouldn't blame you for getting another running back that you do trust.
Yeah. Wide receiver.
You're cutting out there, Mike.
Oh, goddamn. It picked the wrong guy for me. I made my choice and it didn't work. It's all right.
Well, you got Josh Allen.
I'm fine with it because no one's going to pick the guy I was going to pick. And if I get the guy on the way back, I don't care. That's fine.
Well, I don't know if you heard what I said, but you kind of froze up, so I kind of spoke for you.
No,
and I said, if I were you in that situation, I'd probably go receiver because you do have the 2 running backs and we do have to start the 3. But I wouldn't have blamed you if you grabbed that 3rd running back you trust.
And that's what I was looking to do there. And normally I do not like going QB there. I would normally, if I was going to go QB, I'd go on this turn. But whoa. No.
Yeah, you're on auto. You might want to.
It shows me on auto.
It's showing on my end. You're on auto. Yeah.
God, I really hate this app.
You might want to turn that off quick.
No, I gotta. Hold on. I gotta do this.
think we lost you again, Mike. Well, you're back. Looks like you're back.
Am I back? I'm back. Okay,
You're back
hold on.
now.
I'm just trying to get the app going again. I hope everybody understands that this never happens this badly.
No, I mean, I'm not just saying this because, I'm kind of part of the show
You're a
now.
company man?
I'm a company man. I'm on payroll. But no, like, this is the first time I could really. I mean, it's never happened. You're right. I mean, I can't remember a time it has.
I can't remember a time that it's done it this much.
Yeah, I can't remember a time it's been this bad. Like we've had a couple glitches, but yeah, I can't remember a time it was ever this bad. All right, let's see here.
Don't freak out. I got to change my internet because it changed it for me. That's why I'm having internet problems. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm not going to be leaving. Just you can handle it. I trust you.
Got you. Well, I'll discuss my pick here. Kind of torn between two guys. Right. But I'm going to go with the guy we've seen perform well over the guy who we speculate will perform well with his new situation.
Okay. Oh,
and
okay.
Sure
you got
probably
Terri.
Know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Terri McLaurin, not bad. I like it.
Yeah, I mean it's redraft 2, which kind of throws my. I'm more used to doing the dynasty drafts, but the redraft kind of throws me for a different loop here. Keeps me on my toes.
Good. I like that too. I like the redraft. I like it a little bit easier. It's easier to draft or it's easier to grade for this year. I rather know, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I can guess. I mean, I have no idea what's going to happen for 90% of these people, but injuries happen. Happen throughout the just based on where they are. Am I back? There I am. I'm having a rough day, Cody. I'm having a rough day. This is not fun.
It sounds it, man. It looks like your screen's a little behind too.
I'm a little behind.
Yeah, you're still on my pick, and we're already down at Spider Pigs.
No, I got it. Spider Pig. No, I'm up at Spider.
Oh, then I'm behind on my screen here.
Pigs on here. I was gonna say I know I'm not that far behind. I'm behind, but I'm not that behind. One of these days, everything will.
Man, Mike, you need to
I'm
kick
sorry
your
about all these
ass, man.
I don't know what the hell it is. Honestly,
It's that thunderstorm. It got you, man.
So what I do must have knocked out my internet.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know. The only word I heard
I've had it bad
from you was internet.
I'm gonna. I don't even know what to say. I've Cody. I think you should speak for the rest of the time, and I'm just gonna go. Yep.
All right. Well, we're at the turn 4th round here. Waddle. I like it. I don't know if I necessarily like having Tyreek and Waddle.
I agree.
But they're both good talents. One of them goes down. The other one's just going to play, much more targets their way.
I agree. I think
I get it. I mean, I get it from that end, but I mean, I don't think I necessarily like starting. I don't like starting 2 receivers on the same team.
I have in the past and have no problem with it.
I mean, there's obviously teams you can get away with it, and you probably get away with these guys. I mean, Jefferson and Thielen last year, you can get away with it. CD Lamb and Cooper, you can get away with it. It's just I don't know, personal thing for me. I don't like doing it.
No, I get it. I did it with T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, and
that's another one. Higgins and Chase and Boyd, Godwin, Evans. I mean, there's examples all over the place.
Yeah, and honestly, I've liked those options a lot of the times. I've had no issue with those guys in the past. I mean, this was before Chase, so I did fine with those. I've had friends that had played Chase and Higgins last year and had a great year. So
yeah, it's the same reason.
It pretty much varies.
Yeah, it's the same reason that I know I didn't last week's draft, but I don't necessarily care going for the stack because, like, for example, like the Hill and Waddle, like if that Miami passing offense has a bad day, you're having two guys that are putting up duds. You know,
you're right. You're 100% right. And I think that's the issue. I think that's the biggest issue with having those two receivers on the same team or having the same wide receiver and running back on your team. You know, it looks great, but you're only getting half of the production based on how the team performs. So you could have the best running day out of the group, but you're going to be losing on the passing part if they, you know, let's just say they run it 50 times and they only run it or they only pass it 40. You're not getting any production from your wide receiver that game, and you're kind of screwed by playing both of them. But sometimes it works out. I mean, you have to really be careful with it, though.
No, absolutely. I'm a little upset I just got sniped there. I was going to take Lamar Jackson. Looks like quarterbacks went a couple of them off the board, so I was going to grab one.
Oh, he's QB5? I hate – I know he's being drafted at QB5, but I hate that he's being drafted at QB5. Like –
all right, and because we need to start 3 receivers, I kind of want to go and take another one. But that running back fall off is coming, man. So I feel like I need to grab one more. I don't know who to take, though. You know what? We'll wait. Man, I really don't know what to go here. It's probably going to be a panic pick. I like him. We're going to do him.
Ooh, okay. No, this is definitely the right place.
Sorry, Wilson. I know you took him, but round 1. But
so I have a dilemma, and my dilemma is: do I go with Michael Thomas or do I go with Courtland Sutton? And for me, I trust the arm of Russell Wilson more than I trust the arm of Jameis Winston, and I'm only going to go Sutton here because I feel like he has the most wide receiver 1 potential out of that group. So hold on.
I did also consider taking.
Is it?
Yeah,
really?
I was going to say, yeah, that's why I was asking if you were froze up because the live stream screen, it's still at your Josh Jacobs pick.
Is it really? Because on my end, like what I'm looking at currently is we're still moving the way that everything was. Like now it's on knees pick at the turn going around. That's how I see it on my end.
Yeah. No, that's why I asked if you froze up before.
All right. You know what? What I'll do is I'll stop.
Do a quick little, I was going to say, just get it off quick. And bring it back
Don't worry, everybody. Just a quick little restart. Hopefully it's back to where it should be. Okay, cool. So
go back. I was between Michael Thomas too. I also considered him there, but for the same reasons, I much rather I trust Murray in the Arizona passing offense more than I do Jameis Winston and the Saints passing offense. So
I agree. And here I have the same type of issue. Do I now take him at a little bit of a better value? He's in the 6th round. He's not hurting me as much. I have another guy who I'd want to go with is Mike Williams. I can go running back, but we can have a little conversation about Damon Harris, which I want
Don't
to.
you dare do it.
I'm going to go Michael Thomas.
Oh, I was about to be real mad. Damon Harris is my pick. That's the guy who I almost took last round.
No, I can't go that. I can't go 4 running backs like that. I mean, they're gonna fall. They're gonna fall off the cliff in 2 rounds. But
that's what I mean. Like ultimately, I don't really. At this point, the running backs, it's kind of a fall off. I mean, you're gonna get production out of some of these guys, but I mean, you just got to take them at this point.
Yeah, sometimes
I mean,
it's good.
obviously, you'd rather take a TJ Hawkinson or a St. Brown, Mike Williams over these running backs. But if you don't take a running back, you get your 3rd or 4th running back now, you're going to be looking at like, I don't even know, as your 3rd running back. Maybe like a Darrell Henderson, who I would not want as my 3rd running back.
Well, I agree 110%. And that's why I've felt when I've done these, I've done so many that I got to a point where I'm picking the 3 running backs early just because I know that there's some value late that I can grab a couple of good high value picks that can actually help me. I'm not going to name them because that's silly right now, but I can name a couple of guys that could help my team and still give me value where the wide receiver position's wide open. And if I miss out on guys, which honestly, the top 5 right here, I usually say the top 6 tight ends. If I miss out on those, that's fine. I got a bunch of tight ends that I'm really happy about that I can get later on that I don't feel as bad about, and I actually don't mind picking in the 13th, 14th round. So
I totally agree with you there. After the top couple tight ends off the board, I mean, the point difference between the next 10, it's so slim that you're going to be fine no matter what.
Agreed. I mean, I can't remember the exact points. I know Andrews finished the year as the tight end 1, and I think he was only like 20 points or 30 points from like the head of the pack. I mean, everybody else was kind of last year was a fluke of a year. A lot of people saw a lot of things. A lot of things wanted to happen, but they didn't. I mean, if Dalton Schultz can be the number 1 or be the number 3 tight end at the end of the year, now granted he had a good year, but if he of all people can be the tight end 3 compared to a few other people, that's a little shocking in my opinion.
I mean, I think Dawson Knox was what, like 5?
Oh, I love that. No, Dawson Knox was at 8 because I remember that number and remember where he landed just because. So we had. Yeah, he was at 8 because Pitts was 5, Gronk was 6 or 7.
I know at like 1 point he was like top 3.
Yeah, I don't know. He was top 3 like his first 2 weeks, but he's touchdown dependent, and that's where my problem is with him. Is I like Knox, I really do. I'm a big fan of Knox. I have him and Schultz in one league. I have him, Schultz, and Darren Waller in my Dynasty league. So for me, I always enjoy. That's why I enjoy that league is because they are so interchangeable that I can have fun playing I could play all 3 and be fine. Which I have done in the past. I used to have Kittle, Waller, and Evan Ingram when he was actually decent. And I played all 3 of them at once and I would win games, so I don't care. And all right, so Mark Andrews was 40 points above Kelsey. And then from Kelsey to Schultz, it was another 40 points. So, and then after that, it's very minuscule on how close everything was. Like Gronk was tight end 6, and he was only 3 or 2 points from Pitts. Ertz was the same. Knox was the same. There were 3 guys right there in the 6, 7, 8 that were all within like a point of one another. Actually, Ertz and Gronk tied in points. So,
what is this, 2015?
Yeah, right. So I mean, honestly, I'm completely, tight ends have been, rough. Once you lose out on Schultz. There's a few guys that you can really go with that I really like.
There's a lot of guys I like in the later round, tight end wise.
Oh, for sure. So now it's just waiting to see how that goes and how the rest of my draft might work out. I don't really like going QB early, especially third round.
Especially a super flex, obviously you take them early, but if it's a 1 QB redraft like this, I'm waiting.
No, I usually wait. And normally who I grab, I'll grab someone like Russell Wilson in like the 10th round or the 11th round and be completely fine with it because he'll fall that far.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm okay with him being there. I normally
take him in like the 7th round now, right? Or we're in the 7th round, but
yeah, you got to take him like now because everyone else there's going to be a QB run probably.
I was just about to say how we're on the topic of like if you don't get the first two tight ends, like if you don't get like the first top 4 or 5 quarterbacks, you're kind of the same discussion.
Yeah, I agree. And then it's really who you feel is the top 5. And for me, it's Allen, Burrow. Well, Allen, if I'm going to go in order, Allen, Herbert, Murray, Burrow, Mahomes. And Jackson falls out of that. He's like 8-9 for me. I can't stand Jackson and Hurts. The only reason why they're even in a top 10 is because of their rushing floor. Going with the Juju.
So I
know why you did it, and I like it.
I was gonna go with someone else, but what convinced me is that outside of Kelsey, that receiver core is just wide open, and that's a good offense, and there's gonna be targets.
No, honestly, we can actually. I'm gonna have that discussion right now. I'm gonna make my pick. I'm gonna get my stack. I don't care how early I had to grab them. I like them a lot. So Juju, for me, Juju is the main guy that you want in Kansas City. I think that MVS is just he's a good piece.
Real quick on MVS, just because I'm a Green Bay fan and I watched MVS for the past, his 5th or 6th year in the league now? I can't remember.
Okay.
He's not that good. He's quick.
I agree.
He is quick, but God, he does not have hands. The amount of dropped passes I've seen him drop over the 4 or 5 years. I mean, I'm happy Green Bay didn't pay him. I know our receiver core after Adam left, after him, it was hurting, but he's one guy. Even a few years ago when they let go of Geronimo Allison, and I know MVS was still under contract, and I know Geronimo Allison's probably out of league right now.
No, he's not. He actually just signed. I think he just signed with the Falcons, if memory serves.
Falcons. Oh, no, that's right. I see that. But I was thinking to myself, boy, I'd rather Geronimo Allison over MVS. And that's probably, I probably sound crazy saying that.
No, I think I agree with you.
Watching those games, Geronimo Allison, I know he may have dropped passes, but he definitely did not drop. I mean, every receiver drops passes, but MVS it just seemed like every week he was dropping a ball.
Yeah,
he's quick. Don't get me wrong. He'll take the top off of defense.
Yeah, he's a 9 route guy. That's where I was going to go with that. Is for me, MVS is a 9 route. He is the guy that spreads the field open. Now, Harmon can do the same thing. I'm not saying that he can't play a like Tyreek Hill type role where he's like the short intermediate passes or like that screen pass type guy. He definitely can be. But he's more of a 9 route guy as well when I
don't want to cut you off, but you're on the clock.
No, I know. No, I got it. I see it. I know. I kind of know who I want to go with. So I'm kind of wasting time. So I'm going to actually grab my guy because I want him. And I think it's good value. I think I got him at a good price. I'm happy with the pick. So I'm going to continue. So with Juju, I think Juju has the skill to be in all aspects of the game. I think he can do the underneath routes. I think he can be that short intermediate in the middle of the field type guy that can take the possession, like those possession catches and be the guy to get most of the targets. So I think what's going to happen is it's going to be Kelsey and him in the middle and then MVS and Harmon on the outside for for them to play with. Sky Moore, I'm not convinced yet. I don't mind the pick. I understand why they did it, and they were lucky to get him where they did. At the same time, he's already they've already said that he's had issue, in camp where he has a hamstring issue. So right there, once you say that you have a hamstring issue as a rookie, I automatically will either not touch you, or I just won't grab you at the value that people are drafting you at, and I will basically avoid you. And it's just because and I know people can yell at me and do what, say whatever. They're going to talk about Odell Beckham, and they'll bring up, Kadarius Toney and all that, because of all the things, same things happen where they hurt themselves, but they're good players. Okay, that's great, but they're not going to be on the field for almost half the year. So I just don't trust it yet. Wow. Wilson, I hate you. And T'Challa, you just reached, but in a good way. We can now, since we're talking about the Chiefs offense, and I'm going to bring up the fact that T'Challa just grabbed Ronald Jones. Honestly, Ronald Jones is one of my late guys. Like, he's one of those guys that I grabbed now, in the 9th round, 8th rounds, or 9th, 10th round for running back, because I think he's going to do real well this year. I think he's going to take over the first, second down role with CEH mixed in a little bit, but more on third down, because he's got better hands than Ronald Jones. And I think that's what's going to end up happening. And they're going to use Jones on the goal line. Jones is a fantastic runner. You can give the guy 30 touches a game. He's built that way. And you want to know something funny? Guess how old he is?
Jones, 25.
25. We're going to throw his card up. 24.
24. Wow.
He's 24 years old. And honestly, 24 years old. He's young. He's a young kid. Came in at 21. He got an opportunity for a short period, kind of fumbled the situation, but had amazing runs. Like, I've never seen a running back get through the hole and then down to the other end so quick. Like, it looks like practice when he's doing it. And anytime he's gotten those long runs,
he's got all the talent, and the thing is, like you said, 24, he's young, but he's got a lot of thread on the tires. Like, he was never used, he wasn't getting, he wasn't like Derrick Henry level usage, you know what I mean? He's only getting 10 touches a game, so he's got a lot of, like I said, thread on the tires. So if Kansas City wants to use him as that first down, second down power back, I mean, the sky's the limit,
I agree, and they said they want to use him. Like, there was a report out from Andy Reid, and they're like, yeah, we're going to use this guy. And I'm like, yeah, you should. He's a great player. I think he's a great add to that team. I think it will help. Honestly, I think he will lead the team, and you can get him in the 11th round, 10th, 11th round most of the time. But he's going to climb up very slowly. Like, Pierce is going in the 8th round here.
Yeah, I'm a little upset about it. In a good way.
I get it.
Really hoping he was going to come back around.
I'm really shocked because most of the mocks that I do, these guys are available like in the next round or two. Now they're not. So now I don't know what to do.
I know. Throwing us for a loop here.
Yeah. All
right. Well, guess I'll just go my other guy. Mike, you know how much I like this guy.
Yeah, I know. And I saw him sitting there as I'm like pulling up everybody. I saw the one name out of there that I liked the most. And he was one of them that I liked. The other guy's sitting there too.
I mean, I got two guys I'd like to grab here. But I think I'm going to have to be picky because I don't think if I take one, I don't imagine the other one coming back around to me.
Yeah,
I think the one might get taken before I'm even up again. So
I'm also thinking of my all right, I'm going to I don't like it though.
Going back to CEH real quick.
Sure.
Would you, considering when he was drafted and the hype around him, would you consider him a bust? I had this discussion a while back. I forget who I was talking to.
I don't see him as a bust because he's been on a Super Bowl winning team and still has been doing okay. I consider Rashad Penny more of a bust as a first round draft pick, but I think the Chiefs kind of whiffed on Jonathan Taylor, like big time. But
there's about 31 teams that whiffed on Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, good point. But still, like,
no, I know what you mean. They were like the only team that
they were looking for a running back and they overtook. Like, come on. Like, I get the appeal. I've seen the tape. Like, I've seen him run. I've seen I've seen everything with him, and I don't mind what he does. Honestly, I think he's a good running back. I think he has good burst. I think he has decent vision here and there. I haven't really seen a lot of the tape where I haven't seen anything where he like took the wrong hole or something like that. Honestly, I don't see him as being a horrible like running back. I don't see him as being I don't see him being a failure. Like I don't see it. Penny, I do. Penny is probably the top guy for me. It's like if you ask the same question about a first round wide receiver, I'm gonna go N'Keal Harry, guys like that, or Corey Coleman. Those are my guys.
Yeah, I mean, when I had the discussion, I called him a half bust.
Okay.
I said not a total bust, but with the hype and everything around him, he to this point has not lived up to it. So I said I don't want to write him off totally as a bust, but
yeah, I can agree with that.
I can see why some would label him one.
I agree with that. I see him kind of in that same spectrum, that he's kind of a bust, but he isn't a bust. He still has time to grow. Yeah, someone made me do it. Jeezy, I'm so mad at you right now. So this is where I have the conundrum. I want to go wide receiver. Running back, I don't really see anybody I want yet. Few guys that I want a little bit later, but not now. Wide receiver, though, I have two guys up at the top that are giving me decent value right now. And they're on my team. It's either Kadarius Toney or Kenny Golladay. And I never know what to do. I'm not going to have you tell me what to do because I know you're going to probably pick one of the two after I pick them.
No, actually, I didn't have either of them.
You're going to pick
Alan. I wasn't going to grab either of them.
No, you're going to grab Alan Lazard.
No, I actually not.
I'm going to go Tony, and I feel dirty.
So my pick here, it's time to take it. Dawson Knox, 10th round. That's great value. If you
want to know who I would have went instead of Knox?
Who?
I'm gonna my guy that I like around this pick and around this particular area, which I'm kind of shocked he hasn't been off the board yet. It's Mike Gesicki.
So I was between Knox and Gesicki. It's just I feel like now there's just a whole lot of mouths to feed. So I don't know if his production's he's gonna have production, but I don't know if it's gonna be as
there you go
as it was as previous years. I think he'll still be good. I don't know. Well, Hill coming in, a lot of pass catching running backs coming in.
So
it's hard to see. For me personally, his production kind of keep up from years prior.
So this is my take on it. Now, I've heard this from a few people, and I'm starting to lean that way, just not by what they said, but I can kind of see it in a way. McDaniels coming over from San Francisco ran that off, or he ran that offense, and he might not have ran it. Kyle probably ran it, but either way, he was a part of that offensive scheme. He knew how to use the pieces that were there. He didn't really have wide receivers, so Kittle was his option. So you had George Kittle in that offense that produced pretty well, being a quote unquote nobody. Because if you didn't, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, no one knew who Kittle was. Kittle was some random dude that just came out, and I think he was like a late 3rd, 4th round pick that no one knew about. But all of a sudden became something. Now, Gesicki is a freak athlete, and he is just one of the best. Honestly, if he had a better quarterback, I think he'd be like Kelsey right now. Like he has the ability to play well. I think that McDaniels is going to incorporate him a lot more than people think he is going to be incorporated, because you have Hill, you have Waddle, and then your third receiver you paid, Cedric Wilson, who isn't bad either, but three wide receivers. He's a good 3, yeah. But you're not going to have a lot of. I don't think they're going to go 3 wide as much as people think they are. They have a really good line. I like what they did with Tyron Armstead, Connor Williams. They added one other guy. I forgot who they added to the line. Either way, they have a pretty good line. And I think that what they're going to try to do is, I think they're going to run it more than what people think. But either way, I think that they're going to, when they pass the ball, they're going to be in 2 wide, and he's going to be involved. They're going to do 12 personnel and go wide and just go with him. And I don't know. I just have more faith in him than I do in someone like Knox, who I like Knox. And the problem with Knox is he's touchdown dependent. And otherwise he's just kind of 3 touches for 60 yards, which is great, but not really.
I agree. But I also like Knox for the same reason you like Gesicki. Yeah. I'm hearing whispers that they are going to incorporate Knox a little more into the offense this year too.
But didn't they grab who did they grab? They grabbed OJ Howard.
OJ Howard, man.
No, but see, I understand that. Ooh.
It was a controversial pick there. I was gonna try and wait for it to make the pick till after our conversation, but my time was
liked it. Out. No, that's completely okay. I like the pick.
So hear me out.
I'm gonna hear you out.
I mean, Stafford's probably your safer pick there. But Watson's that upside pick. Wow. Right now,
okay.
Why not?
Well, so
we're getting into those rounds where you're looking for that upside, in my opinion.
I don't disagree. It's just, wow. Okay, so my thought on that, and I'm not. I mean, you guys don't. I'm not usually on Monday, so I don't get a chance to like break shit down as much as I want to. But the Watson pick isn't horrible. I like it. I like Watson there. I think he's not a bad option for that spot. The problem is the uncertainty, and especially right now. Like when we draft in August, we'll have a better. Yeah.
You're breaking up just
honestly,
a little bit.
What we're going to discuss. Oh, goddamn internet.
Anyway, no, you're back.
So the one thing that I was going to discuss is apparently a few of the accusers for Deshaun Watson in his case will be interviewed by Real Sports on HBO, and the show will air on Tuesday. So to me, this means that the investigation is kind of coming to a close in all situations. This means that they're going to definitely be done with the Watson thing soon. They kind of hinted that it might be like they might be putting something out like this week. So I actually thought it was going to be ready for the show, and I was all ready and pumped up. But it's not, which is fine. But what's going to probably end up happening is it'll probably come out next week about whatever happening. Let me take David Bell here.
All right.
And my biggest thing is that if he's gone, you don't have anybody. Oh, nice. You don't have anybody to back him up. Now, that means you're going to have to go quarterback at one point. Because I feel like if you're drafting...
Don't spoil my plans, Mike. There's still 2 rounds to go.
Wow, that's my point.
I was
kind of
going to
figured
say basically my thought process here was it's a one quarterback league.
Agreed.
Even if I weren't to take a quarterback in the next 2 rounds, I'm probably going to see Baker will probably be on the waiver wire. I can go grab him. I mean, let's see what other Tua might even be there. Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Ryan Tannehill. There might be someone out there I can go grab off the waiver wire.
Okay.
If it weren't to work out.
Okay.
Now my plan was to grab another quarterback before this draft ends, which I'll probably be the only team to grab 2.
But it would be smart for you to be grabbing 2. That's the difference.
That's the thing. Watson's one of those quarterbacks, especially this time of year. If you are taking him as your QB1, you're going to want to take another quarterback just to have the assurance. Because if you play the waiver wire game, you're not assured to get those guys. If your league uses FOB, you might have to waste some FOB.
Good old FOB.
That, or if it's the rolling waivers, you don't even get your guy.
For all those that are watching or will watch this later, change your league to FOB,
whatever it's called.
Sorry, you have to change it to FOB. It's free agent acquisition budget, and it's
that's what it meant.
Oh yeah, see, I watch too much fantasy footballers where they explain it over and over again. So make sure you do that for your league if you haven't already. I've been rolling with the rolling waivers for years, and I hate it. And we do FAB in another league for our Dynasty league. But granted, when you do that, it affects your salary cap, but it's a whole thing. What I wanted to do this year for my league is to be like, hey, do we want to use FAB this year instead of doing these rolling waivers? Because every brother who's the commissioner of the league will set everything up. Everything will be ready to go. Now, granted, I help him with a lot of the setup, but once he hits the go button, he is always 10th waiver priority every time without question. So he's had the 10th waiver spot for the last 5 years in a row. So I've gotten to the point where I'm just I'm done with that. I don't want to play this game anymore. Let's just do a FAB budget. Everyone gets 100 or we can agree on a number, anywhere from $100 to $150 or something like that. And then let's just go from there. And I hope everybody kind of goes, that's a cool idea. Let's do that. But I've been wrong before.
Yeah. I mean, I'm personally a huge fan of what is it? FAB or FOB? FAB.
It is free agent acquisition budget.
Yeah, that. I'm personally a bigger fan of that than the rolling waivers.
I agree. And that's where, and I understand it, and we have fun with it. We actually, I allow trading in the league for waiver priority. So that's one thing me and my brother work on. We co-commission the whole thing. And basically, as long as both parties agree to a trade that involves the waiver priority, we just both have to be notified by both managers for them to be like, hey, this is what we want to do and this is why. And then I can change it up and we're good to go. But as long as everybody agrees to it, as long as the two managers agree, we're good to go. So are you going to go your quarterback here or the next round? Because
Wilson, you motherfucker. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, I really wasn't expecting anyone to take him.
Why not?
I mean, you're right. Why not? I don't know.
You know how they are with this. You know how a lot of the guys, how
Oh, I know Wilson. That's
Frank and Ant. No, they all like the two. They all like getting those 2 QBs because good old Dustin, who got screwed with Dak going down a few years ago, he wanted to make sure he had 2 QBs and he didn't. So
I'm mad because I know Wilson sniped me last week too. I don't remember what the pick was, but 2 weeks in a row, Wilson. Come on, man.
Snipes me all the time. All right.
But yes, I took my second quarterback there. And I ended up getting a stack, which I was just trashing before, but I don't mind it. I'm not against the stacks at all.
Want to go here?
I'm just saying I don't go out of my way to get them like other people do. This one just so happened to fall into my lap.
Agree. There we go. I'm sorry, everybody. We were doing so well.
Yeah, we were on a little roll there.
We were on a roll. There was no issues. I had everything running perfectly. And all right, but it still gave me the pick that I wanted. I went with Gainwell.
That's why we set those cues.
I didn't set the cue. I actually grabbed him.
Never
right
mind.
before it kicked me. But hopefully everyone else is picking theirs without a problem. But yeah, you had to grab a QB there. And yeah, you didn't plan on the stack. It kind of worked. But like I wasn't planning for a stack either because I didn't think I was gonna have Josh Allen. So for me, Gabe Davis being there, I like the pick. And I don't mind that. Too. So for me, I don't feel like I was reaching. I didn't feel like I was getting somebody, I didn't feel like I was going out of my way to get Gabe Davis because I feel like someone would have taken him anyway. And honestly, I hear that all the time. Like whenever I do these mocks, I'll be like, why the hell did you grab that guy now? They'll be like, well, because he wouldn't be there on the way back. I'm like, yeah, that's fine and dandy and all, but really? Like, why wouldn't he be back? Because sometimes, like some of the pick, like the Ronald Jones pick and stuff, I would thought he would be where Stevenson is because that's normally where he lands. But
hey, never feel bad for taking your guy.
No, sometimes you have to take your guy, and that's where the conversation lies of when we do these, like when we tell people what to do. Well, Ron, that's all right. It's the last round. That's why we tell people a lot of the times when we do these mocks. Sometimes you have to take your guy where you want your guy. I wanted Jacobs. It was a little early to take him, but I grabbed him. I liked him. I want him. So, all right, now I got to grab my last.
I don't necessarily think Jacobs' 4th round is too early.
No, I'm the one that's bringing his ADP up. So if you guys see his ADP going up,
single-handedly
it's my doing. All right, I'm going to go with my pick here. I think I'm going to go tight end. And I'm going to go with an outlier.
Okay.
A guy that normally wouldn't be going at all. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel something in Jacksonville. I just feel something happening.
Hey, we just had a conversation. Get your guy.
Wow, here it don't matter.
Exactly, man. At this point, you're just kind of. This is the point of the draft where you're drafting for upside.
I'm dart throwing. I mean, honestly, I wanted. It was between him and Gerald Everett. Like those two were guys on my board that I've been wanting. The wide receivers are fine. There's plenty of guys that I probably could have picked from, but I like him the most. I like the Child's pick of Tolbert. I think that's a good pick. They keep talking him up in camp. So a lot of good there. I know Dustin could probably tell you he's doing well and they like him over there. I would have picked Alec Pierce if he was there.
I like Alec Pierce too.
I'm a big fan of the offense and where he's going. Matt Ryan. I think him and Michael Pittman can do well with him.
I like the Alec Pierce pick.
Yeah, me too. I like the team. I actually like his team. I think he has a good, well put together team. Couple of pieces. I wouldn't say weak at running back, but he's in a good position right now. Brandon, I like what he's done here. I'm a little low on Hawkinson, but I like the wide receivers. I like his QB. Well, I don't like his QB, but I like that he's not. I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
I like that. I like that you have Cousins to back him up because you're gonna need it.
yeah. No, I like his receivers. He's got a good receiver core.
Yeah.
The running back. I mean, I love Fournette at 10A. You know,
Well, and
him.
I like that he had a guy like Fournette compared to not having, because a lot of guys that I see that pick up ETN are the teams that are drafting the 3 wide receivers in the first 3 rounds and then grabbing ETN as their RB1. And I sit there and I go, guys, like, I understand that your team is like stacked at wide receiver, but now you're bringing in a running back that literally has not played it down in the NFL, has no clue what's going to happen. And I like that pick. Spider Pigs, I like it.
I would not like that having a 10A as my RB1.
ETN.
It's like the Fab and Fob thing again.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, regardless, yeah, I wouldn't be comfortable with him as my RB1. RB2 I could live with.
I can live with him as an RB2, but I can't do it as an RB1.
No way.
And if let's just say this draft happened and ETN, like there were 3 wide receivers and it was Cam Akers or Travis Etienne, I'd be picking Cam Akers. And honestly, I like Akers because of the system he's in, the team. He's got talent. He's a first round talent, yet he's being drafted in a 4th round. But I understand why. Like, his Achilles injury is a big deal. Actually, someone else who tore his Achilles this week is Terri Cohen. And did you see that video?
I didn't watch the video. No.
Oh my God! When you get a minute,
was
not
on here. Instagram Live or something.
Yeah, he was on Instagram Live. So for those who haven't seen it and those who are listening, he was in the middle of an Instagram Live showing how well his training's going, and he was hopping around and doing stuff, and he made one motion to pick up speed to go fast, and all you hear is a pop.
Oof.
And it's loud. It's not like it's one of those things where, you know, it kind of just happened and he falls. Like, you hear a pop and he just grabs his ankle and you automatically know. So it's not looking good for the good old Terri Cohen. Tariq the dinosaur hunter, he is probably out for his career, unfortunately. You know, I saw some other news too with Tom Brady being roasted on the NFL on Netflix. I'm excited about that. Oh, I can't wait. Real fun. You want to know the one thing that actually another bit of news that I found today that I wasn't shocked about. So Ryan Fitzpatrick kind of called out Tom Brady and his sportsmanship because he had to literally run off the field, like they faced each other. I forgot what team he was on because we all know Fitzpatrick's been on like 15 teams. I forgot what game that he won that he had to run over and, like, you know, as Brady's coming off the field, be like, hey dude, like, good game. So if you Google Tom Brady shaking Eli Manning's hand for the Super Bowl, you won't find it. Because he never shook Brady's hand. He never shook Eli Manning's hand in the Super Bowls. And he didn't shake Nick Foles' hand in the Super Bowl either. So for me, I've always not liked Brady, respected what he did, but didn't like him for the reason right there. I like him being competitive. He's a great team guy. I give him credit for that, but he is a sore loser and he is truly not a role model. Like, come on, sportsmanship. Just shake the guy's hand and run away. All you got to do is I forgot what game it was. I think it was Jim Schwartz a while back with like facing.
Oh yeah, I remember
Zimmer.
That.
I forgot who it was, and he just shook his hand and ran. Like, do that, just and then just run. Like,
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember who that was either.
I forgot who it was. I forgot the other coach. It might have been Harbaugh, or it might have been. I forgot who, but
was it Sean Payton? I don't think it was Sean.
It might have been Shay. It might have been. It was just a quick, like, the guy went, put his hand out, shook, and ran the other way. Now, that's what most coaches do anyway, but normally, or they give him like a pat on the shoulder, like, oh, great game, like, and then move on. But Brady doesn't do any of that. He just runs right off the field and says, we lost. You know, it's like, come on, dude. Just it's tradition. Shake the guy's hand at the end of the Super Bowl and walk off the field. I get it. You just lost the biggest game. You know, you could have had 10 rings. You only have 7. Like, oh my God, I have 7 rings. Like, come on, dude. Like, or no, he has 6, right? How many does he have now?
Brady has.
He has the gauntlet, so he has to have at least 6.
I think 7.
He has 7. That's right. Because I always see the meme where he's like this, and then it's like Eli Manning, like it's an empty thumb, an empty finger, and it's like Eli Manning, Nick Foles. Like, I'm like, yep, good old Eli Manning.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, I will never forget those 2 games. Those 2 games were iconic in so many different ways. I remember being at my dad's house watching that game, and I remember he bought his new flat screen TV for the 2007 Super Bowl, and we went over to his house to watch the game, and he was just so excited, so happy, and I was happy for him. Like we were all happy, and I just remember we were watching that game. We were just like, we just couldn't believe the catch. We couldn't believe the drive. We couldn't believe any of it.
Yeah, that's a great catch.
Oh my God, the whole thing was crazy, and everything leading up to it too. Just the beating Tampa Bay in the wild card, beating the Cowboys right after it. It just and then the Packers at Lambeau. I'm sorry, bro, but that was.
I remember that game. Snowed like crazy snow. Went to overtime, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, overtime. Because of a tying kick by Lawrence Tynes.
Yeah, and then in overtime, kicked the game winner field goal.
In the coldest playoff game ever. Minus, I think it was -1. Unless the most recent game trumped that. Because I know the last game that was played there, the San Francisco game this year, it was that cold too.
Yeah, I don't remember I don't remember. It was cold. It was definitely real cold. I don't remember the exact temperature, though.
All I remember is Debo not getting the ball for the last 4 plays, and I just laughed.
All I remember is being very upset that night.
Yeah, I can imagine. I was playing poker. But I remember it because my brother he was watching the game. We were all watching, and he had a parlay, and he only needed 2 yards from Debo. And literally 2 yards with a minute to go. And they get the ball back, and they're ready to go down the field. And Jimmy just doesn't even hand the ball to him, doesn't do anything, just throws the ball to other people. And my brother's just sitting there
I mean,
he almost won $900 from that. He could have won $900 from that pat. Just 2 yards.
That game was just a mess.
It was.
Green Bay, their best defensive game all year, not even close.
Yeah.
And the offense just.
Well, it was a crap day. It was a real crap day, and San Francisco was decent against the run. So it's believe me, I don't want to keep bringing up bad memories, but it was just.
No, it's all right.
It's one of those games, man. So anyway, we're done with the draft. We're just chatting here. It's always great. We finished up the draft. Everything's here. Make sure you guys check us out. We're going to be here again on Monday. One of us, someone will be here. And we will make sure that the grades are here. And we will grade everybody's team. So thank you for breaking ball. Thank you so much for being here. Hagen, M225, thank you so much for showing up. I hope you enjoyed. Bit Boys, thanks for coming. Spider Pigs, I appreciated you being here. T'Challa, always a pleasure, my friend. I'm glad that you were able to get into this. The Ambassador Wilson, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here. Brandon, if you're still watching, thank you so much for joining the draft. I hope you had a good time. I think you have a really good team here. So make sure you check out the show on Monday. We'll be grading the show. Make sure you guys, of course, like and subscribe. I mean, come on. Got to make sure you guys do that. Hold on. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. Boom.
Whoa.
Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys like the show.
Raise.
Yeah, right. Oh, I did a lot of stuff. And you can use all this stuff too if you want to. But we'll talk about that after. Then you got my goats himself, as always, myself. We got Jeezy, the good old Ron Swanson, and Nee. Thank you all for coming. We really do appreciate you guys being here. Also, make sure you guys check out in the description below. And on the screen right now is the QR code for the Sleeper channel. Just throw your phone up, take a picture of it. If you don't have the Sleeper app, that's where you can go to get it. This will bring you to Sleeper, download, and then make sure you guys check out the link below to get into our private channel. We do everything in there. We have chats. You can talk to the whole community. Cody's in there a lot. I'm in there a lot. Just we can answer your questions. I do injury news during the year to get you guys up to the minute stuff as soon as it comes out. I try to beat Sleeper every time, and I'm about 80% on that. So make sure you guys check it out. Also, I forgot to bring these guys up in the beginning, but it's okay now. I'll do it now. Over there in the right, or in the, well, my right corner is the Underdog Fantasy. Make sure, yeah, they're somewhere. Make sure you guys check them out. They are probably one of the best. Yeah, they're one of the best ball sites out there. So make sure you guys check them out. They're doing best ball drafts right now, and they're one of the best. I won a good amount of money last year off of just little $5 bet things. I won about $100, nothing crazy. My brother won a few hundred. So make sure you guys check them out. Make sure you guys are using the promo code Get Right. It helps us, helps the channel. So make sure you guys are using the promo code Get Right. I didn't bring it up, but I will bring it up now so that you guys have it. Brandon says, good mock. Thanks, man. We really do appreciate it. I'm sorry that there were so many glitches and things like that, but we kind of all worked itself out once we got everything going. So make sure you guys are using the promo code Get right here at the bottom. When you guys do that, I think they'll match last time I checked, or they'll give you an extra 25, one of the two. Make sure you guys check them out. They're honestly a great site. Believe me, I talk them up all the time to my friends, and they're like, I don't know. I'm like, it's better than FanDuel, some of the odds. So check them out. Honestly, some of their lines are better than FanDuel. So I have to say that. So FanDuel. That's our show today, guys. I really do appreciate Cody coming on.
Absolutely.
Cody, you're always welcome here.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I'm just glad I could get you early. We did this a little earlier than normal, but it's because Ant couldn't make it today, which is okay. He's listening, or actually he's at a show tonight. So have fun at your show tonight. But either way, glad that we could have everybody here. Glad we can do it a little bit earlier because I need a little bit of sleep. Got golf in the morning. We got a heat wave coming up to Long Island. So it should be, well, it's not going to be desert hot, but it will be hot. We're going to be in the good old 90s tomorrow. So should be fun. Should be fun playing golf in 90-degree weather. And yeah. So otherwise, everybody, I hope you guys have a great night. Cody, thank you once again for coming.
Thank you, Mike.
And we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Good night, everybody.